about physical strength? Working out and going to the gym and really just training your body, lifting weights, becoming stronger. But what a lot of people forget about is mental strength. I look at, and I also talk to a lot of older people, senior citizens and people who are above 60, and they are extremely strong. And the things that they have been through, like, we couldn't even fathom in this generation. They have been through a lot, and they just shake it off like it's nothing. And they will talk to you about it freely and openly, and even laugh and joke about it. Because they have and they carry themselves with a level of mental toughness that I think a lot of my peers have underrated and forgotten about in these times. But in these times more than ever, it's very important to be mentally strong. Thank you for coming back again. It's the Guts the Entrepreneur, and I'm here to talk to you about mental toughness and why and how it is important and why you should be mentally strong, okay? Put yourself in uncomfortable situations. This is how you become mentally strong, by constantly putting yourself in uncomfortable situations and dealing with it. Not making excuses, not backing down, just dealing with it. Over time, with you constantly putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, you will become mentally flexible, and it's gonna help you be comfortable enough to deal with any problem in any situation. It's going to help you build a mental toughness about you that you really have never been exposed to. You want to know why? Because most people avoid uncomfortable situations. Most people avoid uncomfortable conversations. Most people avoid anything that is uncomfortable, and our lives are dictated mainly on comfortability. Especially in the first world, think about it. Our lives are extremely comfortable. Our lives are more comfortable than, look, a poor person in the first world is more comfortable than a rich person back in the feudal era. Think about it. We have extreme levels of unprecedented comfortability, and advantages. Things that we don't have to go through that our parents went through constantly every day. Just think about it. Even during the foundations of America, people were dying from diarrhea. People were dying from simple diseases like diarrhea. People were dying from tuberculosis, Think about that. Even in some third world countries, people are still dying of tuberculosis, but there is a treatment. A lot of diseases of today are poor man diseases, I like to call them, that if you have money, you just don't even go through, But constantly put yourself in uncomfortable situations and watch how your personal growth will skyrocket. The human species, we do not like to embrace change. We say we do. We say we love change, but instant change is horrible to us. The way humans embrace change is incremental, daily incremental, small changes. That's how we can accept change. But if we wake up radically every day with new routines, new situations, new problems, we will go crazy because we do not like change. But if you want to build mental fortitude, embrace change. Embrace change. Try to look ahead and predict change and embrace it and see how you can thrive and benefit from it. I made a video of this, how to leverage change. Go listen to that video and understand that you can leverage change and you can help change benefit you. It can benefit you. So embrace change and don't be afraid of it. Accept it in your daily life and try to embrace it in every single turn because it will help you build mental fortitude. We think that if we work hard that the world owes us something and good things happen to good people, but that's not true. That's not true. That is highly false, and that's a thinking error. Just because you are good and you walk around doing good things, that don't mean bad things won't happen to you, because it will. Just because you are a good person, that don't mean that you have a greater right to a better life than anybody, or better things, or better situations coming into your life. Period. And I'm not saying this on what someone wants to hear. This is just how the world works. Good things happen to bad people. And bad things happen to good people. That's just the way it is. And you have to understand this and know that nothing is given. The world doesn't owe you anything. The world does not owe you nothing. If you want something in this world, you have to take it. The world does not owe you nothing. Nothing at all. Understand that. You can't complain when something bad happens to you. You can't complain when things don't go your way. Don't try to complain, because nothing is owed to you. No one owes you anything. And just because you're a good person going around feeding the fucking homeless, that doesn't mean that good things are supposed to happen to you. Okay? This world is filled with bad people. Period. Can we say that? Can we just be honest? This world is filled with fucked up people who will screw you over on every single turn. Look at the people around you. One of them wants to fucking screw you over. I'm telling you, that's just how this world works. You know, you can go to continent to continent to continent. I bet you find very few good people. Genuine people who will give you and will help you and will give you things and will help you and without anything in return. Those are very few and far between. The world is filled with bad, fucked up people, and good things happen to them all of the fucking time. So get over it and understand that the world doesn't owe you anything. And if you want something, then just take that shit. Don't be so quick to respond to situations. Do not be so quick to respond to situations. In fact, try to be as contrary as possible. What do I mean by this? If you see that someone wants you to respond or they're goading you for a response, be contrary to that. Do not give them a response. If you see someone that's trying to shut you up and they don't want you to respond, be contrary to that. Be contrary, but understand that you cannot focus on the things that you cannot control. Do not focus on things that are out of your control, that you cannot directly affect. This will lead you into a state of being stable, okay? Do not focus on things you cannot control. Because when you focus on things you cannot control, then you start to go on this roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's hurtful more than it's helpful. Focus only on the things that you can control, and do not be so quick to respond to things. Be more strategic. Think about your actions. When you're having a conversation even, do not be so quick to talk. If you notice, just notice a lot of your interactions with people. They don't really listen. It's not really a conversation. It's just two people talking. One person is talking, and then the other person is just waiting to talk. They're not even listening. You rarely see people sitting back, being quiet, giving eye contact, listening to that person and what he has to say or what she has to say, and focusing on that. It's always okay, I'll respond. Okay, you respond. Okay, I respond. Okay, you. It's a back and forth. It's a ping pong. It's not a real conversation. So slow down your interactions. Focus and think about what you're going to say and do before you do them. Try. I know this is very hard and it's easy said than done, but just keep trying, and focus and try to be contrary. So I hope you found this valuable and helpful. This is, some of the ways I use to gain mental fortitude and mental strength. And mental strength is very important. If you want to complete anything, if you want to be a leader, if you want to lead men or, other people, if you're put in a position where people are looking up to you, then you have to have mental fortitude, mental strength. You have to. It's very, very important. Like, share, subscribe, and stay vigilant.